Welcome back, everybody, to Bloodbath Tactics, your place for the hottest takes, the coolest armies, and the most attractive men in Warhammer. I am Benjamin, as always. This is Cass, as always.
Hey, guys.
On the couch today, we have the dynamic duo with fantastic hair.
Yep.
We've got Fraser.
Back for our weekly episode that happens once a month.
Listen, we've been busy. And we've got a guest who we've had in the studio before. Here?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we got Jake.
Yeah, hi.
Sup, Jake?
That was after the Edmonton GT.
That was after the Open,
Super,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, it was.
That's right. Just after the Open when you went second.
I did, yes.
Losing to John Lennon like a loser.
I know. How did that? I still don't know how that happened.
I don't know.
I literally can't
Just dropped the
comprehend
game.
that. Yeah.
Like an idiot.
I know why.
Oh, what?
You rolled too many threes.
Oh, shit.
Not enough 4-ups.
Right.
You should have thought of that.
Yeah, right.
Should've
Sorry.
thought- come on, man.
You forgot to cook your
I
dice.
needed more practice beforehand.
That's right.
Yeah.
Practice rolling dice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. It has been a little bit since we got a fresh episode out, so we're excited to talk about the current meta changes. The last episode was our quick, I guess it was like a preview of the Imperial Knights Codex when it got leaked.
Yeah.
It has since been released, and it's not as busted as the world thought it was going to be, which is nice. We also got a data slate, so we have lots to talk about. The meta has shifted. We've been to... most of the crew here at least has been to 2 major tournaments since the data slate. We've had LGT, we've had LVO. It's been big events, boys.
And Crucible as well.
Crucible.
Yeah, in Florida.
Freaking, what was that? Champions Cup, the big Teamos event as well. Challenger Cup. Thank you.
Yeah.
Challenger
And
Cup.
Orchard of Ono in Calgary that everybody internationally definitely knows about.
Orchard of Ono amongst the banner events. Yeah.
Yeah. The what is it, 50-man GT?
Right up there with the LVO.
That was a weird one. It got like filled up and then like
Cut
abandoned for some reason. So that was a little bit strange, but still a really good event. So we want to get you guys the hottest takes and see what's going on in the world. Do we have anything we got to plug right now, Cass?
Yeah,
Sponsors?
well, we can. One thing,
going?
we are at a tournament this weekend, the Edmonton Wargame Open run by Trident.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few players, and then if you guys are listening now, that walked up and talked about the battle boxes that we have.
Yeah.
Fraser, you had yours there, and I had mine. Yours is a custom like Imperial
Emperor's
EC
Children.
one. Yeah. And then I just have like a red one, but I have like custom Death Guard tokens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It kept everything organized for me. I had 6-inch deep strike little markers. I had wound markers from them. It held my playing cards. It held my dice. It held everything that I needed. So I felt it was so easy to pack up between rounds and like go to every table. I just had everything there. Boom, in my bag. Done.
Chuck it in.
Out of
Done.
there.
Fraser, did you use your box?
I did.
Hey.
So, so instead of having a big GW box that includes all my dice, all my objectives, my lunch, my tape measures, all my measuring sticks, a couple trophies, and it's like crumbs and stuff.
It's
now
nice
I
and
have
condensed.
I like larger dice trays, so I have like a larger separate dice tray, but it's easier to transport for me now because instead of like the big thing or like a bag that all my dice bags are split, so I did it in my dice bag.
Yeah,
it's now all in the box. Carries like my laser pointer and like my measuring tape just fine, and it's certainly compact, so it'll make traveling for events, especially flying, significantly easier.
True, very true.
Yep. It's all magnetized.
All magnetized, all fits together very
They're
nicely.
pretty good magnets too.
They're solid, very solid.
If you guys do want to check it out or check out their website, it is going to be in the description here on just below.
Mm-hmm.
If you use our code, I'll leave it there in the description. You'll get 10% off your order.
At Tree of Tales. I don't know if we've said their name yet. The Battle Box from Tree of Tales. Go get it.
Yeah.
Check
in the description. It says like Battle Box Tree of Tales. Yeah.
Gotta plug their name.
Tree of Tales. They're from Sweden. And I connected them over Discord. That's why I
oh, sick. Cool.
Yeah,
very cool. Yeah. So yeah, go check it out.
It was weird. One time we were like text on Discord or whatever, and he's like, all right, well, hey, I'll get this box going for you, and I'm about to go to bed. I'm like, oh, I'm going to like a barbecue right now. Like, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
The time difference to Sweden is like buku hours.
Exactly. But they're great guys.
There should be a discount code down in the description, so go get your own box. I think a few local guys who actually picked them up. I think Kyle was picking one up, Kyle Thorpe, and so thanks to everybody who has supported the discount code below already. And if you haven't, go check it out. Easy. All right, boys. Jake,
so
you've been quiet over there so far.
How's your weekend?
Talk to us. We just had like the Cass said, really big event. The Edmonton Wargame Open, is that what it's called?
That's correct, yes.
Technically.
EWO.
Big 100-man event. And spoiler alert, Jake did pretty good. How'd it go?
I ended up going 5-0, and I ended up taking best general. There was 2 other 5-0s at this event. Cass was one of them. He ended up coming second.
Scrub.
The scoring of this event was based off of wins and then opponent win percentage, so it was a little bit more out of our control than probably would have been logical. But I still managed to do very, very well on battle points, scoring 473, and I had a 72% opponent win percentage. So I went into 3 other very, very great opponents that ended up going 4-1 themselves, and then 2 that ended up going 2-3.
Yeah, that's
So-
473 out of 500.
That's a. I was about to say that's a
You were
wild
just clapping
score.
people.
Yeah,
Clapping
Straight
yeah.
up.
it was.
Body check, body check, body check.
Yeah,
And those who may not be familiar with Jake, if you didn't see the last episode, you're running Chaos Demons.
I was running Chaos Demons.
Anything weird new tech or anything in this new meta? or how are
I'm
things going?
sticking pretty close to the core that I had from the Edmonton Open.
Okay.
It's been working very well for me. This new meta coming off the data slate, everything in my list was completely untouched.
Yeah.
Which I think was both good and bad in some aspects. But
And we're
it's-
still
it's
running,
working.
just for those who may not be familiar,
Right.
2 Guos, Rotigus, bunch of Blood Crushers.
Yep.
Two
Two rows,
kind of the core.
yeah,
right?
2 Guos with Rotigus, one of them with the Endless Gift, obviously. We're in Demonic Incursion. I think it's our best attachment competitively. And to that end, I've picked up a few new pieces of tech. I had 2 Carnivores originally in my list that I've dropped since the Chaos Knights Codex came out. And I've replaced them with a Screamer Brick, which for some anti-vehicle, anti-monster action, which I really like for the heavy transport meta that we're in right now. And in addition to that, the Flamer Brick with an Exalted Flamer that I've been running.
Nice.
Really, really good into the Eldari, the Sisters matchup, especially with a lot more guard that we might be seeing coming up here after the finish that we saw at LVO this weekend. Maybe not to that exact standard, but maybe a lot more infantry spam guard. Just having that access is really, really nice. Even against Emperor Children World Eaters like Rushdown, which is also very popular. For sure, yeah.
I think we're safely and securely in a infantry pressure type meta right now, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
Good
that
call.
counters the main stuff,
Yep.
I'd say. Yeah, like
Yep.
I think the heavy hitters have stayed pretty consistent in terms of like Death Grid is still very strong. Knights, Chaos, and Imperial just still solid as always. But then the counter picks to those right now are kind of more teched towards always beating those matchups on paper and then still taking it to a level that they're able to really dominate every other army in
Handle
the game.
everything else, yeah, that makes sense. That's fantastic work. First of all, any
you, yeah.
like particularly tough matchups over the weekend, or was it?
I would
Was
say
it just
so.
easy roll 4s and
certainly.
everything's easy.
yeah, because that's exactly what my list is. Just roll
Custodians
4s.
know how that
That's a
works.
part
Stevens
of it.
know how that works.
That's a part of it. It's not all of it, obviously, but I did have some tough matchups. Tough factions for me to deal with. Some great opponents for sure.
Any shoutouts?
Yeah, I had into Simon Baines particularly and
Simon.
Bryn Holdstock, 2 very, very good
hate
local
Bryn, though.
players.
Hate Bryn, yeah.
Simon was on his Seer Council Eldari, which is a tough matchup for me. It has been before. He's beaten me twice with that list, actually,
Yeah,
with
he's
a
good
very
with that.
similar list that I was running now. He was running pretty classic fare of Fire Dragons, a few other bits. It was extremely infantry heavy, and he has the 2 like Warlock bricks and Guardians that have like the ability to be -1 to hit, -1 to wound whenever they're attacked. They put out a crazy amount of flamer shots with they have a 5-up invul at all times as well.
Yep.
Very, very strong. And then Bryn was just on a very, very good need guard list from the new Voten Codex. That book is, I think, very strong. I think that it's kind of still something maybe we're a little bit waiting on just to see how well it can actually like find its place within the meta. But I think that's a lot of people a thing that a lot of people should be looking out for. Thunderkin are very, very powerful.
Wild, yeah.
Land forts I think are even better now. Even like Blade Jacks with a strategist are very, very strong. Lots of great tech in that book that with a very great suite of stratagems to look out for. Yeah.
I think that you're 100% correct. I think much like the Imperial Knights Codex, to maybe a lesser degree, the Votan Codex, we're still kind of trying to figure out where it lands in the meta.
Yeah, I agree.
There's strong options. There's certainly weaker options, but they are far from solved, right? Like whereas something like say a Death Guard Codex has been kind of cooking long enough that we kind of know what the builds are. There's probably like 2, maybe 3 good builds at this point.
Yeah.
We're still very much in like science land with Votan for sure, and Imperial Knights to a different degree as well.
For sure, yeah. They've got a great suite of detachments to pick from. I think Needguard is probably the way to go after the one that we just saw nerfed after the last balance
breakfast
pass.
one.
Yeah, that's good. Totally.
That was
The yield points, like, they get like infinite yield points.
yeah, basically.
yeah.
It's I
don't know if
point
it's,
what you were saying, like there's no point even counting them.
I don't know if it's really a hot take, but like from a design standpoint, the yield point system I think is done very poorly. Just how much you generate and how much like you always kind of just want to be in fortified takeover anyways for the -1 to wound on all your infantry. There's very select situations that I think you would maybe want to have hostile takeover, but even then it doesn't really matter if you're just pushing objectives in the first place that you want to be on.
The very small amount of new Votan I've played so far, there's like certain strats and abilities that turn off once you hit a certain point number.
Yeah.
I think it was the disembark strat or something like that turns off at a certain number.
Yeah, that was in Brandfest.
Brandfest, okay.
But then it's like nobody at like a mass competitive level now, in my experience of what I've seen, is running that anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if that's just kind of awkward because they nerfed it to not be any phase anymore. I think it's in your turn you can disembark at any phase or whatever.
Yeah, there's a few stratagems touched by stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool design idea, but maybe just not as well fine-tuned as it could have been.
It just the amount the resource that you gain from it, it just doesn't matter. Because like you're gonna get max out of it anyways, and there's no real downside to it except for like maybe turn 1. So that's the design feature that's kind of off.
You're ramping, but the ramp kind of just happens whether you actually go for it or not. It just happens anyway.
Yeah, so you don't even need to consider it because like there's stratagems that cost like you spend 3 yield points and you get sustain 2.
Right.
Okay, but I'm always gonna have 20, so
it's
I only
irrelevant.
need to be above 7, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing, and there's no more ways to actually spend them all. So
Gotcha.
it just kind of keeps
It just
going
makes
up
it
and
trivial.
it's kinda useless.
Makes it trivial.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's
By
just
bottom
like-
of
it's just something you have to count, and it's kind of a nuisance, and you just know it exists. And it's already there.
Yeah.
Fraser, how's your weekend?
Yeah, Frey.
Come on, Frey.
How you doing, baby?
Nice going away with the fellas. I had a good time. We had a lot of the Team Alberta stuff kind of rolling now, so it was nice kind of meeting a lot of the guys I've been talking to in the Discord. Everybody seems pretty excited about that, so that's kind of the next big step.
Yeah, I was gonna say tell in the audience who might not be familiar with what we got cooking in Alberta.
Yeah,
what's a quick overview of what you got going on?
Basically, we're just putting together a team of like kind of a pool of the players that we think are the most competitive in the province currently, and we'll select new players every single year, similar to Team Canada. And then every time there's a large team event at a province, we're gonna kind of contact the regional representatives from Calgary, Edmonton, and like Fort McMurray, and they're going to send me like their competitive players that are in the eligible pool, who are like able to travel, and then we'll run like mini tryouts if we have to for each event, and then just submit the most competitive team possible from Alberta, and we'll see if we can take some Ontario, maybe BC, maybe some Sask events. It'll be nice, but I think teams is a lot of fun, and I think that's definitely in Canada where the highest level of Warhammer here lies. So looking forward to being able to participate in that as a province that hasn't really been recognized in that kind of frame before. So it's exciting, and it's kind of bringing some of the communities together as well for a common goal, which is really exciting.
I think just forming that Discord and having, what do we have, 60 members in that Discord right now?
Yeah,
we have
came
close
out
to
at,
70.
overnight. It
Close
was
to
huge,
70.
Yeah, and then now everyone's kind of talking to each other, having one-on-ones. It is really bringing the community together. Like just kind of going up there in Edmonton this weekend. It was just it just felt more like we are one entity. You know what I mean? Like you're talking to everybody, and it just felt like a big community.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was
that's
awesome.
the funnest thing to see of it going down. You guys been going like putting the effort in and putting the work in and like getting captains sorted and stuff like that. I've just been kind of like watching the sidelines, and 100% just the community building, like because we're so far apart from each other. We're so disparate. We're in our own metas and all that stuff like that. Let's just like create this perfect little ball of Team Alberta and go smash some Ontario guys.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Smash them.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
I like it, man. That's cool. How was your weekend tournament wise?
It was good. Had some fun games. The terrain was not really world leader favored, which was kind of I didn't find out until after like the event. But having to play Jonah's tank spam on like what terrain layout was that? 3 on like
2. No.
2.
2.
The worst possible GW terrain to play tank spam on. And kind of digging myself out of that matchup felt pretty good.
Cool.
Had some good games.
Also, Joe knows what he's doing too. So it's, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I ended up dropping my last game into Sisters.
Right, Mr.
It
Josh.
was good. It was a close game.
Yep.
We both learned some things, and yeah, looking forward to.
Notably, dropped the game as in like a 1-point loss, like a mega tight game.
Yeah.
Not oops, I fucked up. It was more like damn.
Comes down to a secondary draw.
Yeah, damn, that was tight as a motherfucker.
And then he's one of the guys that'll be down in like World Champs with us, so that'll be.
That's right. Josh does have a ticket.
That'll be nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's-
very
it's
excited for
nice to meet him. Glad we kind of
'cause
help each other out with the matchup.
Did he get your ticket?
No,
Is that
the,
how it was, or he had
so the
already have
interesting
one?
thing is, so the ticket for best general, which would have gone to me,
Yeah.
actually dropped all the way down to 5th because we had
So many
first to
tickets.
4th already getting it, and then interestingly,
hilarious.
we had our best overall. What was his name again?
Tremblay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't it Tremblay?
yeah.
Which
Great
one?
painter,
I was
amazing
Rhett.
Knights
Rhett
Army.
was Rhett? Yeah.
Yeah, Rhett, amazing Knight Army.
Oh, dude,
good player,
that
great
blue
guy.
and red is gorgeous.
He got best overall again. We already
Yeah.
had a golden ticket.
Right.
So that's going to go somewhere else in the pool itself.
Who was the 5th that got it from your best general?
Michael.
Michael
Like Tobin.
World
Oh,
Leaders
my,
player.
My
yes,
opponent
yes, yes.
last round.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Really good guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Really good guy.
From Edmonton?
Yes.
Grand Prairie.
Oh,
Grand
Grand Prairie.
Got it.
Okay. I just always see him in Edmonton.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. That's why I recognize the name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Amazing. Cass, we kind of hinted at a few things that went on. You played your sisters, undefeated sisters, for the second tournament in a row, mind
Back
you.
to
That's
back.
that's back to that's
He's
pretty
10
big.
and 0 with this list.
10 and 0.
Roughly.
Mid.
Yeah.
Was it the exact same list you read at Orchard? Oh,
No.
okay.
No. It's funny. So me and Josh, the other sisters player there. There's only 2 sister players at this event, and me and Josh before the event were discussing what list we wanted to bring, and this is kind of practice for us for Worlds.
Of course, yeah.
So me and Josh brought the exact same list, and we took a lot from the list that I won Orchard Ono with. But I felt like I didn't want to lose to Indirect, and I wanted a little bit more OC denial.
Okay.
So we taking out the Doms and added Battle Sisters instead.
Right. Maybe talking about that, yeah.
Playing this tournament, I do think that was a mistake. I think I could have probably pushed a little bit more diff with Doms. And I think Doms are just kind of the way to go. But hey, this is why you do these things in tournaments.
test it,
You kind
yeah.
of test it out.
Yeah,
And Josh felt the same way after his tournament too, because we had the exact same list. We're saying, hey, we're gonna go in here. At least one of us will hit the top, and I guess we both
You guys
did.
went
we,
two
we
and
both
three.
went undefeated
It's crazy.
with our lists. So it shows you the power of sisters and what you can do. And the coolest thing, because I was playing almost exclusively Death Guard all year, and going into sisters, the skill diff is massive. I think it's a high ceiling, but the ability to dig out of holes and solve problems.
Yeah.
And while you're solving these problems, you create infinite more problems for the opponent. And I'm not saying they always make mistakes, but they always like choose, well, if this happens, then I can go here. And it always feels like you're kind of like getting this material advantage over time.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoyed it over these last 2 tournaments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely feel like one of those armies that no matter the position you're in, you have options. Like you have lots of play. You can get points. You can.
Yeah.
What is the Art of War guy?
Playing footsies
Nick?
over here.
Nick always talks. I was watching an Art of War stream. You guys playing footsies over there?
He's trying to.
No.
I felt this little thing just feeling me up.
Fraser started it.
For easy.
What are
drink,
your
easy
shoes?
drink.
I can feel your toes through your
Okay,
shoes.
kids. Nick mentioned on his stream, or someone mentioned talking about Nick, that he always has in a team event that they played in, he can always wiggle. He can always have some wiggle room. Like he always has some points to find somewhere. He's wiggling for points.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that. That's what it feels like playing against sisters. You're like, no matter what I do, I can't stop you scoring somehow. It's just you get points from you
Yeah,
just dig them
like
up.
in our match in
Yeah.
Orchard, right? Like, I'm going to score this. Like, no, you're not scoring this. And I'm scoring this. And you're like, oh, come
Oh,
on.
the friggin' like 5-man unit, no vitiates, just out OCing my entire army. I'm
They
like,
made up,
sick.
Their diff was at least like 30 points.
Probably, yeah.
At least 20 for sure.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Turns out having the equivalent of what would be in like an auto
Yes.
6 advanced strat from like Miracle Dice is like pretty good for
Yeah,
scoring.
Sister's pretty
Yep.
good.
No, who
Yeah,
knew?
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Oh,
good.
I got
Yeah.
Seraphim that can go 18. Okay.
And
Yeah.
your Jesus Res strat lets you do some diabolical things.
Oh,
with that
and
detachment.
the what's
And
that?
you do it for free with Canada,
I
right?
know.
The
It's
stuff-
so
So you get like a
annoying.
fight on death. So I have 2 CP. I'm like, okay, fight on death, come back.
Yep.
and
so
is
good.
the strat suffering through sacrifice or something like
Yeah,
that?
the taunt. Yeah.
Incredibly good to have available to you. Like,
Yeah.
that's so nuts.
This
So
is
when-
another
when-
form of control.
Yeah. Well, when you do hit those like World Leaders matchups or whatever, like you essentially pick the engagements, right? You're gonna have. You're gonna shut down one huge
You
fight.
kind of keep one of your suffering sacrifice units, like your trash units, near the ones you want to protect,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when you're always heroic intervening, and then you just select that, and then you protect the big guy, and then you smack back.
Then your host.
Yeah.
World Leaders feeling good. Feeling very good.
I like the list quite a lot more than the old one. It feels like incredibly hard to deal with. Like if I was not playing them, I would not like to play.
You're running the 40 berserkers.
20.
20. Oh, 210s.
210s.
210s. Gotcha.
210s, drop the regular 8 bound, just switch to a couple exalted squads.
Yeah. For
And that
Four Knights players out there.
that list I'm feeling pretty good. There's enough flexibility where it's just there's not a lot that I'm confident that like I'm not confident into.
Yeah. Yeah, because it has a tool for everything.
And you're back up to 3 spawn, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just so good.
Yeah.
They are not super great in the Knights matchup, but they're good into like every other matchup. So who cares?
They still touch and tag and use take out action economy from the opponent.
No, even into Sisters, it's such a nice
Sisters is fine. Yeah,
such a
you
nice
love
trading piece
Sisters.
because like I just spent the first half of the game just shooting everything, and then whenever he wanted to rapid ingress and intervene, it was like cool. My spawn of enough movement to stand literally an inch away from your unit. So your rapid ingress is not within 6 inches of being able to like get here, because it has to come down like 9 away.
Yeah.
So it's just like the mobility. Like I like the jackals in some cases in like the early game because it's nice to kill something and then stand on 2 objectives. Like I like the 2 jackals are nice, but the extra spawn unit's better in like 80% of matchups just to have like the flexibility.
100%.
Like they are so good in the early game.
Built-in advance and charge with it. What is it? D6 plus 4 attacks each, or something like that.
D6 plus 5 on the charge.
On the charge, right?
They go up to
One
strength
more.
7.
So it's
AP 1
2d6 plus 10 on the charge.
That's such a silly profile.
minimum 12 attacks. Yeah, max 22. Yeah.
Like I said, as a Knights player, that's not worrying me because if you run them into Warglaives, they probably just die. But everything else gets rinsed by that, right? So it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
And then your Exalted 8-bound, just pick up Knights like crazy. Which, if people aren't familiar already, what was the change to the Slaughterbound got buffed and 8-bound Exalted got buffed? Right?
Slaughterbound went up from strength 8 base to strength 10.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So he goes up to strength 12 on the charge and warband. and then Exalted 8-bound went from whenever vehicles want to fall back from them, they have to take desperate escape tests. To they went.
Oh, that was
they got
yeah.
+1 damage in melee, obviously, against vehicles and monsters, and they went down 20 points.
Which is insane.
This is what we call balance, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not even kidding, because the Slaughterbound goes in with them and also gets like the buff for like 3 damage.
Yeah.
Slaughterbound goes into one, the 3 Exalted go into another, and they're picking up like guard tanks, and it's not even close.
So
sure.
here's another thing too. So with the data slate, and if we're going back to that, I know like you didn't see any Death Guard changes or anything, but they got the points, a couple weeks prior.
That's right. Yeah.
So you start seeing those VV lists switch to Mortarion and maybe Demon Prince and kind of
Right.
doing that little stat checky, but still have like your dash shrouds and push the game, have reactive moves. Then the Slaughterbound came out, and the Exalted 8-bound came with this huge buff. I'm like, you can't even run Mortarion.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
By itself, it kills Mortarion. -1 damage still does 15 damage on average.
I can't believe they went
It's
down.
it's
in
not
points.
even like it's not even close. So you're just gonna go Unga Bunga and just go kill Mortarion and then
How do you buff a unit by
And fight on death, I guess.
It does 33% more damage and drop it in points.
I mean,
how does that happen?
We literally don't have an answer for you.
I mean,
James Workshop was cooking.
Nobody
that.
has an answer
Death
for
Shroud,
you.
you got to go at 160, but these guys can move 10 inches.
You don't-
6
you
inch
don't-
deep strike's the problem.
You don't get to complain about Death Shroud. How
Yeah.
dare you?
I mean, and the
No,
tech.
but that's the thing. Like they're saying 6 inch deep strike's the problem, but
Right.
these Exalted 8-bound got a decrease in points, a buff in damage.
It doesn't make any sense.
Fine, they can wrap it at 9. They move fucking 10. Who gives a shit?
Honestly, the
Who
tech
gives a shit about a 6 inch
That's
deep strike?
so crazy.
the tech is nice because it helps. Like, I can pick up big knights, I can pick up demons,
Yeah,
like I can pick up like anything. It's nobody's problem. But I can also just detach the Slaughterbound, and each Slaughterbound is functionally just an individual 8-bound unit by itself.
Yeah.
And then the Exalted still pick up regular tanks.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're no slouch either, right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Berserkers pick up whatever they hit, and it's just crazy.
In our match, though, the solo Slaughterbound, not the glaive, couldn't kill like 5 Sacrosants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that just bad rolls, or because it's how many?
I did
attacks?
make more 4-ups than I should
Oh,
have.
sure.
And then the 5 Feel No Pains helped.
We had a funny little interaction where Josh reminded me of his 2-up invul on his character. And he was like, okay, I'm going to use 2-up invul. I'm like, okay. I kill a character across the board, reroll my Blood God dice, dev wounds against infantry, and deal like 8 dev to the character. I'm like, I'm not taking these odds. Gone.
He had 4 Feel No Pain on that, though.
He did. But that's better than the 2-up.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
but he had
all he has to do is pass 5 of them, I guess, yeah. If
Yeah.
you gave him 8.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's weird. The weird stat, the foot canonist has 4 wounds.
Yeah.
And the jump pack canonist is 3.
She's just chunkier.
It's weird.
She doesn't have to fly around that jetpack. She can be heavier. It's fine.
That game was going pretty.
That's the lore.
That game was going pretty brutally at one point. The JPC with the guys that ingressed, they moved over and they killed a squad of Exalted 8-bound
Oh, easy.
on an objective.
Yeah.
And then all 3 of them fought on death and completely picked up the squad and the character. And he's like, oh, they stand with the character back up. He's like, holy crap.
Oh.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But that solo, just being by itself too, is also very scary.
Yeah.
Because it's below starting strength, so it gets the double buff from its enhancement, and
Yeah,
then he
and
can give it
hallowed.
full hit rolls and wound
I know,
rolls.
you told me that, and that's why I ate an entire Forge Fiend shooting.
Yeah, oh, did it? Okay, yeah, good. Okay, yeah.
You're done.
I remember in my, I think you'll appreciate this, Ben, as a Necron player.
Yeah.
I had my Zephyrum go into Wraithbrick.
Sure.
He it was actually a heroic intervention. So then he started attacking some of the Zephyrum, and then it killed most of them or whatever.
Sure.
So basically, this combat was happening with just a solo Canoness and a Wraithbrick and a Technomancer.
Yeah.
I wiped it.
With how many Zephyrum?
None.
Just her.
Yeah.
What?
Because she was at 1 wound. She came back on 1 wound. So she's below starting strength. And because she's below half, I get full hit rolls and wound rerolls.
How many attacks does she have?
10 when she goes super crazy.
right.
And they're all devs.
And they're how much damage?
4.
How's that possible? Did he just roll terrible?
Sorry, the Technomancer was out the turn before.
Okay, thank you.
From precision.
No Technomancer makes a lot more.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense.
No, the Technomancer was out the turn before. I forgot to mention
Sure,
that.
sure,
but then it was
sure,
just
sure.
like this. Boom, boom,
Yeah, because
boom, boom, boom.
flat for damage.
I was like
do that.
flat
all the
for-
devs.
Yeah, you do that.
Yep.
Sure, with no Technomancer, I could see it. It's still crazy, but
Yes.
but doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That is the secret against Necrons. Just kill the Technomancer. We all know that.
And then like when in our last round with Michael there, like when we were getting time called, I was like, okay, let's fight on death. I'm like, okay, well now, then it picked up a Forge Fiend. And then that's when we ended the game.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy games.
Joe Worley just ran us with 6 attacks.
No one knew
Yeah, I
that.
did.
No one knew that.
That's awesome.
Do you know
I
World
did
Rhinos?
actually
They
know
can
that.
people can get out of it when you move within range of it. I didn't know that either until
I actually
this
use that
weekend.
more than people think
It comes up a weird amount of times. I played it on the weekend. I was
Mm-hmm.
not happy.
Yeah. I'm curious about where, now that we've talking about like where the meta's actually heading
Yeah.
and this kind of stuff.
100%.
What other factions are we kind of like on the lookout for just to see develop more after the state of slate and stuff like that? Because I know AdMech's been getting a lot of gas recently for sure. We've got a new Drakari Codex even coming up that might shift things up just a little bit. Even Tao's seeing a lot more play with Riptides getting better. Like what are we thinking about here with all that kind of stuff?
I don't like the AdMech game at all. Like there's a lot of stuff on that list.
like you into
You don't.
AdMech?
You're scared of it.
Yeah,
Like it's good.
I
yeah.
match into
It's really
any
good.
AdMech player, and I'm like, this is going to be a slog, and it's just like it's annoying. And
It's
there's
so strong
involves where you
now.
don't expect them, and then so much OC, and like because AdMech used to have
They
a lot of
minus
bodies
OC.
that didn't do a lot, and now they still have the same amount of bodies, and they do quite a bit.
They do a lot.
Oh, dude, Call's rework where he basically just gives you Oath of Moment on a stick is bonkers. I played into Brandon at Orchard of Ono and won by just getting lucky with my saves. I fucking put it out there, Brandon. You should have nuked my what's it called, an Atropos. But like those chickens with what is it? It's a unit of 3 chickens. They have 2
So it'd be
twin linked
yeah.
sustained las cannons.
And they're 4 rerolls to hit.
And they're
with
4
the-
rolls
yeah.
to hit and twin links, so 4 rolls to wound. He's gonna hand you with a small unit, 3-man unit, like 7 to 8 las cannon saves.
Yep.
Every time he shoots you, and you're just like, "What the?"
And
what the
most
fuck
lists
is
have at
this?
least 2 of those units in their armor.
At least
Yeah,
for sure,
at least 2 of those.
Crazy good. Obviously, very good anti-tank. But then, then even just like the Rust Stalkers and all the other stuff that like plays the game well. They have infiltrate. They have advance and charge. They have all the rules. Like they just have access to everything now.
And they have like 100 models plus in their army.
It's tons. It's tons of stuff. It's super cheap. All the rules, and Call just makes all of that stuff more efficient by like doubling its efficiency effectively. They're going to be freaking spicy.
Can you imagine going to Worlds and then you have to play Richard Siegler on that army?
I just shake his hand and say, "Richard, you got it, man. Let's go to lunch. Let's go have a beer. We're come out
Can we
of
take
here.
160? Okay.
Yeah, we're
okay.
good, man. Let's get out of here. What are we doing?
I also I don't want to play like good Eldar players unless I'm on my EC. Like my world leaders like don't like a good Eldar player theoretically would. Just like with the amount of movement in like a good Warhost list, there's not a lot I can do in that matchup.
Yeah. You didn't mention Eldar in what you were saying about the kind of rising stars, but Eldar for sure, like Eldar's been like kind of right there.
Yeah, it's not rising stars. They are.
They've just been kind of right there the whole
Eldar
time.
are contentious. Probably the best army in the game right now. For sure.
I could see the argument for
Yeah,
it.
I like the
for
record to
sure.
show. Everybody, some people call me Meta Chaser, but if I was actually, I would still be on my Eldar.
Sorry, Fraser. You're only playing the 3rd best army in the game.
I know. Exactly. Okay? Give me some Solus.
Yeah, you dropped Yannari wearing like a fucking dirty shirt. The second
And World Eaters were fine, and I did well with them. I played Harlequins for an event.
Listen, we have to give you shit.
You won Knights. You didn't win anything.
I've been running nights since back in the day, since before we could walk through walls. I did. Yeah, we didn't go over my tournament results on the weekend.
How was your tournament?
They were not good. Okay. They were bad. I played Questor's Companions, for those who are familiar with the Imperial Knights Codex, into World Eaters, Orcs, and Orcs. And I was like, well, this is not how this is supposed to work.
Ben was not at the same event as us.
No, I was at a different little
a one-day event.
Little RTT. Yeah, so in Calgary, everybody was either gone, most people were gone for either LVO in Las Vegas or this big 100-person event in Edmonton. The rest of us stayed behind, did like a little 20-person, 22, whatever it was, little RTT, which was fun.
Yeah, nice chill little day.
It was super chill. And I didn't agree. I went 1-1-1. I tied into World Eaters, beat an orc, and lost.
I remember because we went out to Brewhouse on the Saturday night, and we've had a few drinks. We ate the nachos.
Oh, God.
And who was it? Was it you?
Yeah.
You look at the results. You're like, what the hell is Ben doing? But we just pulled up the RTT.
Yeah, I'm just like, why the fuck is this guy 1-1-1?
Don't look.
I just shipped it.
It was.
Didn't care.
It honestly kind of was just
What
like
the hell?
It was very much testing for the new Imperial Knights Codex. We haven't done an episode since we did like the preview. So for those who may not be familiar, I think most of our viewers will be familiar. But Valor Strike got nerfed out of the box, so Valor Strike has been on the back burner. But notably, Brian Jones went 5-1 at LVO with it.
Okay, it's Brian Jones.
Right, he knows what he's doing for sure. He's going double sisters.
He wouldn't 1-1 in RTT.
He would not 1-1-1 in an RT2. That's true. No, he had a really cool list with Valor Strike.
Cool.
Even after it's getting nerfed, he's running the double Immolator Sisters package, which is very interesting for sure. I've been running Questor's Companions, which is the like kind of big knight. It's got the 5OC sticky. It's got advance and charge. It's got fallback, shoot and charge. It's very good, but the meta is still very anti-knight right now. Like hasn't nobody's chilled out.
Because you're not allowed to be good again.
We're not allowed. We had our time. We had our 2 or 3 months ish.
Down.
They're like, enough of you.
It's good though that it still shows that it has play, right?
Well, for
like
sure.
it's not dead.
The
for
whole
sure.
codex has play. There's no doubt about that. And amongst Knights players, there's no real doom and gloom. It's just like trying to find what the good stuff is. Right? We're still experimenting.
Yeah.
We had 2 really good players, Reese Darville and I think his name's Oliver. I'm sorry, Oliver, if I'm forgetting your name. Do really good at the LGT in England. With one did Questor's Companions with 4 big knights, which I think is crazy. And the other guy did. So Reese did Spearhead. So it's the Man-at-Arms Spearhead, whatever it's called, the Armature Detachment.
Okay. Come on. Okay.
So you have 3 different detachments.
We have.
That's
for
I like
sure
that
3.
gas
You could
detachment.
argue 4.
That's
You
good.
could maybe argue 5.
It's
but
a
I'd
good
say
codex
4.
then.
That's cool.
It's a solid
Yeah,
codex.
if you have 3 good ones.
The only other codex in the entire game that I can think of that has that is like CSM.
Yeah, I was gonna say CSM has lots of good options. So yeah, no, lots of play, lots of good, cool stuff happening. Reese did really good with the Defender, giving out -1 damage to 3 baby knights, and he ran just the 1 knight, so it was 1 big knight, and I think it was like 10 baby knights.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
I think the meta will probably. I think even him on the podcast he's done since then has said that you probably go to 2 big knights because there's a good combination with giving the knight Warden can give out sustained and ignore cover to 3 baby knights, which is actually really good on Helverins with AP1, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's so hard to justify bringing them to like these big events now, though, in my opinion, just due to the fact that every list has to be inherently teched into like, how do I take down 2 big knights in a turn?
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So like, how do you deal with that? Like,
Well, that's a great question.
You're not toughness 13, Ben. Come on. Come on.
You
now.
run
you don't have
what's
a
it
4-up
called?
invul at
Come
all
on, come
times.
on,
Can you
Ben.
tell me how you actually play the game?
You believe this
Yeah.
guy?
Just run a Porphyrion that's still like TU 12 or 13 or whatever the fuck he is. Yeah, that's a good question. So I don't know what the correct answer is. I think the meta will slightly shift away from anti-tank, anti-knights a
more
little bit,
infantry?
which will be to our benefit a little bit. That'll be help those lists have a little bit more play, I guess. The other answer, which I'm probably going to be testing quite a bit, is the Spearhead. So going with, say, 2 big knights, 8 little knights, and like an ally or something like that. Just go a little bit more wide. Don't go so tall. Don't put all your eggs in the basket of like 2 or 3 or 4 big knights. Go like tough 8 little guys who are tough to kill and hit hard.
I like that
right?
detachment. I think it has like
Oh, it's
what
got-
you're mentioning. With
And
just
you've got
the flexibility of it and like the board presence you can maintain because throughout the game, because it's a five turn game, right?
Yep.
Like you're not winning off of just having 4 big knights rush you down turn 1, right?
Very different. And it's kind of how I used to play knights too. I was running just Canis, Armigers, and Sisters package, right? So like
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that play style, so it's good.
I have blood crush.
You're not winning off of large things,
So
just
you're
rushing
gonna
you
go.
down.
You think you're at Knights for
3
Worlds?
big
Is that
ones
where
are
we're at?
750 points.
I think I'm like 70% settled on knights for Worlds. But I am cooking up. We were talking about before we start recording some Harlequins sauce.
You're not going to.
What do you mean? I could do it.
No, you gotta. You're gonna want to do well.
I want. Probably. I think it'll
That's
probably.
the 0-8
Yeah.
bracket.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
and it's even affecting my decision making. Is you go there and like it doesn't matter who you are like very nervous for your first game.
Of course.
So
of
you
course.
need to bring an army that you are comfortable on
Yeah.
autopilot.
100%.
Right.
I agree.
Like,
that's what I say. 70%.
That's the thing. Is like why I wanted more reps with EC. It's like EC might be the call, but my EC are good.
Yeah.
But they're not like I bring them to the most competitive singles event on the planet, and like I'm matched up against whoever, and I'm completely comfortable in my game. Whereas World Leaders is like,
Yeah, that's where you're
I
at,
trust the process. I know what everything is. I know where everything should go, like regardless of the matchup, like who I'm playing, and it's like then I can problem solve.
Yep.
Right. Like the last thing I
Yeah.
need is my own decision making getting in my way.
holding you back. 100%.
Yeah, comfort exceeds all of like what I think is just good right now, for sure. Like, okay, I don't mean to be like just for a personal example. I am
For a personal example, I hate you.
I was going to say,
yeah.
what
Don't
are
worry
you
about
comfortable
For a
with, Jake?
personal
Okay,
example, you
don't worry
lost
about
at the RTT.
No, the,
Yeah, say.
the personal example. I have been running a very similar list with
Yes.
a very like generally mediocre army for a very long time now.
Sure.
And I do good with it.
And you had fantastic
So
results. with
point
it, yeah.
being is that there's just a lot more value in repeatedly doing the same thing, learning intricacies, matchups, trading, things like that. That's in my opinion. Like if you just pick something specific, get really, really good at it after you figure it out. There's a lot more value than that. Than I feel like switching almost every single event.
100%. That's 100% true. I think all competitive players would agree with that. Like just knowing your army is
Not even like
Way
your
better.
army, like your list.
for
Like
sure.
stick
Knowing-
with the same
Yeah.
core, at least like 1,500 points. I would argue.
for
Event
sure.
over event.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I think it's almost certainly going to be Knights. What are you thinking for Worlds?
I think I'm sold on Sisters. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm having
hey.
kind of an incredible run right now.
That's cool.
And,
That's sick, actually.
They're better into Eldar than Death Guard.
Yeah.
they're better, and that's really the answer. I think we were sitting in a hot tub there, and we're talking about it, and like, what's your worst match with Death Guard? I'm like, it's Eldar.
Yeah, sure.
Well, how's Sisters doing? They're good against them. Okay,
There you
there's
go.
your answer. And if Eldar are going to be like one of the top meta boogeymen, then you gotta have to kind of consider that. I just don't want to be going in there and just giving free wins away.
Yeah.
Death Guard are good. I think also World Leaders are significantly better into them now. Even VV, I know it can be kind of a yellow, but having an Exalted 8-bound, Slaughterbound, and just like tapping Demon Prince and a Mortarion in one turn it's probable. It can happen.
Yeah.
And I think that's scary enough, even with the -1 damage. That deters me from it.
Doesn't the -1 damage just make that?
They still do minimum 50.
Back, to,
enough,
back
hey.
to 2 damage.
Yeah, but into everything, like everything that's not monsters and vehicles, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
Until
There's-
you run against 50 Berserker attacks.
Yeah, which
And then
is
you're just like,
which is crazy.
And then they have sustain and dev wounds against infantry, and there's Karn in there, and there's like the big swings.
And the list I keep playing against, maybe this is just Lyndon. Shout out to Lyndon, who I've had a few reps with World Leaders into recently. He's running that with the Juggernaut Lord, so they have 10-inch move and a 3-inch fight.
That's what Brian Dotry likes.
It's so
He has
freaking
2
hard to
Berserker
deal with.
blobs. One is Karn, and one is the Juglord.
He's running Lyndon at least is running 2 Juglords, and then Karn has his own unit.
Yeah, no, I run the good old Rhino Launchpad.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
how I like to play the army.
Of course.
Yeah.
But when you have 10-inch move, you kind of have a Rhino launch pad just all the time.
Yeah, but your footprint cannot be that of a Rhino. Your footprint has to exist
That's a
somewhere
bigger
on the
footprint.
board.
That's true. It's a much
And then
bigger
you can't
footprint.
stage your other stuff properly.
Yeah, that's very fair. So yeah, I guess you're going to be taking Demons to Worlds.
I'm
as
gonna
a
take
safe
demons
bet.
for sure. Yeah, I've been playing this faction straight.
Hot take alert.
I know only the hottest takes in this channel. Yeah, I'm taking demons. I've been on competitive with this faction for 3 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've stuck with. I was running way different lists at the start of the edition. They've kind of changed over time.
Oh, yeah,
we've seen
you're a
some
Slaanesh boy.
massive sweeping changes to the faction over the course of the edition, and I think over the last like 7 months I found my core. I think there's also just something to be said about like pride in your faction and representing it at Worlds, like to just see what you can do up against the best of the best with something that you consider to be the best that you can bring, even if it's not like specific. And I think there's also value in demons, much like there is with sisters. I think to support your decision in taking sisters, people don't tech for it as much as they do for other stuff. Like, you're definitely the consequence of, if we're in a night meta, my greater demons aren't as good, or if we're in an anti-chaff meta, my lesser demons aren't as good. Point being, they're not expecting to see a mix of like hypermobile massive bodies that can just kind of be anywhere that they would like to see, much like they're not teched for sisters that are a multi-phase to kill army that can shoot really well, fight really good when they need to, and deny primary, just deny everything that they could kind of really hope to do for an extended period of time.
Yeah, tricks everywhere. Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I just think and this is to the point of what the data slate and what the meta is, or what the data slate has done to the meta. I think that what the meta has turned into is unfair Warhammer, and the way to beat it is play unfair.
What do you mean by unfair?
T13.
T13.
Yeah, T13.
T13. Well, look at what Warhouse is doing.
Okay.
The 4-year-olds
yes.
going back in. You're kind of cheating at the game. You're like, I'm coming out, hitting you, running away, doing this, firing fade, doing whatever they're doing.
Everything has fight on
dropping
death,
mortals, moving a million inches across the board. It's the same with world leaders. They have the extra damage. They got the extra pile-ins. They got
Fight on death.
fight on
Right,
death.
right, right.
They got every rule they want in the game, right? Unfair.
Yeah.
So you got to play unfair. And then I think with demons, get toughness 13.
Yep. And
try to chew through this.
6-inch deep strikes that can charge and stuff out of.
5-inch charges out of deep.
Yeah,
strike.
5-inch charges with
Right,
most
with
of
the
my stuff.
berserk.
I can just imagine a younger Jake earlier in the edition, just like bringing one glow and having somebody just bounce on it and then crash out at the tournament. And then he goes, I kind of like this feeling. there might be some sauce here.
Yeah,
It was
I
that.
think I did that.
It was that, but
I think
Keepers of
exactly
Secrets. It was that, but Keepers of Secrets.
there you go.
and
Also,
then look at the recent list that just won LVO.
LVO, I was just gonna say, yeah,
Like, that's not normal.
that's not
Warhammer.
fair. That's not a fair
Right?
list either.
So
10 more talents, baby.
Oh, that was Recon Guard?
Yeah, 240 guard bodies
Oh, I was thinking London.
with
no.
Warp Talents did not win LVO.
no, they're like no deep strike within 12, -2 to your charge.
That's
The
just Long War one.
guard bodies don't die.
London,
You know?
did, yeah.
Hey, Jake's trying to make a point.
Yeah, hey, lock
No
in.
crosstalk. Lock it
Fuck,
in.
dude. Yeah, no. But I was
about
going to
Recon
mention,
Guard.
the LVO list, the Recon Element Guard.
Yeah.
I would argue that if that list is played perfectly game over game, no army in the game can beat that list, I think. It's
crazy.
I present to you 60 Berserkers.
Yeah.
even then,
Bringers of
it's
Flame.
kind of crazy. That too. I think EC's really
Get
good into that matchup. I think it definitely has counters.
There's also like Raven Guard.
I was going to mention.
Like, that's not fair.
Definitely
That's
gotta
not a
mention-
fair list.
Definitely got to mention Raven
That is
Guard.
not a
What's
fair
it?
list.
It's called Shadow Mark Talon?
Shadow Mark Talon.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
With the new 8th and Sean
you
chapter
trying to
It's
master.
called Sean.
What's the
and
lore?
Shrike.
Do you anybody know the lore on that? Because I've been confused.
I do actually looked it
Okay,
up.
yeah,
so,
Dude, but he's like a raven.
so
Good job, Fraser.
I got you.
Fucking nailed it.
Game of Thrones over here.
Your local.
Send me the Raven.
Your local lore professional.
Thanks, Fraser. Shut the fuck up.
So basically,
I
the
play Incline.
the Shrike guy,
Yeah.
he used to be the chapter master.
Yes.
He stepped down because he was basically just too overburdened with everything going on.
He just didn't want it
And then
anymore.
Sean's just like, I got this.
this,
And he
bro.
just steps up and
That's the lore, eh?
That's the thing.
That's
so
hilarious.
because the rule is that if you run 8th and Sean and Shrike in the same army, then Shrike loses the chapter master keyword.
Right.
But then he keeps it if he's in a separate army than Sean.
That's cool.
It's a different
Oh, he
little
actually
lore
does get
bit.
to keep
Yeah,
it.
it's interesting. So like Sean is basically like he's like the chapter master, but Shrike is the like acting chapter
Backup.
master. It's interesting, yeah. And we also have 2 new detachments coming out within probably the next week because they just announced the pre-order for the Iron Warriors and the White Scars character
Right,
today.
that's right.
So we're gonna see a revised Iron Storm and a revised Stormlance.
They won't be
by the
live
end.
for Worlds, though, would they?
They
mean,
will be.
probably.
They'll be out
Sweet.
probably by the end of next week.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Yeah.
do we have a list cut off or rules
October
cut off?
24th.
October
There you
24th.
go.
They'll be out by then for sure.
So
The
I got you
detachments
to
will
look
be.
it up for me.
It's actually already in my.
I don't want to check
yeah.
the
my
play-
brain bank.
I don't want to check the players pack.
Personally,
Mr.
I'm,
Cash, when is When is the cutoff?
Hey, nerd, you read that thing, right? Yeah, I did.
What are you excited for, Jake?
I'm pretty scared for the two new revised attachments because thus far we've seen the trend of like.
Because of +1 to wound and actually wound you.
Yeah, we actually. I'm
We should
curious
mention
what that rule is gonna
It's,
be.
it's just a game. Don't be scared.
All right.
Don't be a pussy.
You believe this guy? It's embarrassing.
Pretty sure I've been scared in his
The
life.
trend we've seen so far, all the new detachments have just been strict upgrades over the last one. Look at this
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Well, it's
He didn't come up to us every round. I lost.
it's
I was so afraid.
Space Marines have to be the best, right? That's how it works. If they're ever not the best, Games Workshop will point
They're
them.
never not a good
Keep poking
army.
in that
They're
direction.
never not a good army.
Did this guy have like the best army in the game for like 4 months?
No, not even 3. Okay,
Guys, it was 3.5.
It was the second best army.
it was definitely the second best army.
I present to you my list. The 5th Canis Rex you've seen this event.
Yeah, so much fun. Canis Rex is the bomb. Weirdly enough, we didn't have any we had like one event in that like 3-month period, so I didn't get to do much with it. That's
No, it was so. I enjoyed.
But
I
it is what
enjoyed
it
that
is.
part of it so much.
We weren't even playing Warhammer at the time.
That's the time Ben is supposed to win.
What event did we have that?
Edmonton was just before, and I don't think that there was an event.
So the team
during
event
the team event, yeah.
and
That's
Orchard.
it.
Oh no.
No, Orchard was old points actually. That's true.
Yeah. And
Those
not
old
yeah.
rules.
Yeah, you had it in Orchard.
But everybody else got the new rules, so it was really fucking awkward. So like I was the only one not playing with new rules, and I was like, this doesn't
I was
matter.
so glad Thomas allowed that.
That sucked.
I saw the 3 damage exalted, and I'm like, Thomas.
So bad.
That's really funny.
I wanted to quickly mention something that you touched on. So there's been a lot of controversy, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on this about the Oath of Moment ruling on Shadowmark Talon. So I'm not a Space Marine, Andy, so I don't know the actual details of how this stuff works. But
why would you be a Space Marine Andy? Wouldn't it be like a Space Marine Sam or something?
Yeah, that's
Isn't
Like,
that
why
Andy?
would you put AA? It should be
why would you gender it?
Andy is a boy. Andy is a boy's and a girl's
Cancel
name.
Ben. Cancel Ben.
Andy is like a person or a Stan. Is it different? Is that better for you?
Okay, fine. Space Marine Stan.
Space Marine
but
Stan.
you gotta have the same letter.
Yeah.
You gotta just
No,
go,
it's a
a
Stan.
Space Marine Gary.
Listen,
like
a Stan or an Andy is a person who is like particular to that faction, like that thing. Like if I'm a Powerpuff Girls Andy, it means I like Powerpuff Girls. You guys don't
Why would there
understand.
be
okay?
a Powerpuff Girl called Andy?
Anyway, so from what I
That's probably
understand,
Dad.
if you are Codex compliant, if you are Codex compliant Space Marines, i.e., not Blood Angels, not Space Wolves, not their own supplements, you get the +1 to wound when you get Oath of Moment.
Here's my take.
I'm not done explaining yet, Fraser.
Doesn't matter. Here's my take.
He's just an Andy.
I do not play the army,
Yeah.
and I know nothing about it. So therefore, it should not get the better version,
Great.
which
That's a great take.
is Oath.
Great take.
Thank you for
I think it should
Thank
go
you,
with that.
Fraser. But there's been some confusion with the new detachments that are being brought out because these are compliant, ostensibly compliant chapters, but they don't benefit or do benefit from the +1 to wound. Is kind of a little bit
So
up
they
in the
don't
air.
have a Codex
Like-
supplement.
That's right.
the
They don't have a Codex
history-
supplement. But there's actual FAQ. There is an FAQ ruling on it
Yeah,
that
there's-
says what are the armies that get the +1,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And this all the new detachments that are coming out are not on that FAQ.
Kind of. So the official wording is that a Codex compliant chapter is a detachment that is utilizing a detachment from Codex Space Marines. These are technically labeled as index detachments, the ones that are coming out. So that's where the confusion lies because these detachments that are coming out are not within the Codex itself. So that's why they wouldn't get the +1 to wound. What we've seen over the course of the last like 2-ish months when these detachments started coming out, a month ago, I guess, major events have been ruling this like one way or the other, just yes or no completely. Right. So we've seen like Nova ruled no. The Florida event.
They ruled yes.
Did they? Okay. Then it was the Florida event also ruled yes. LGT ruled no. LVO ruled yes.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So it's
in the tournament we were at, ruled no.
yeah.
the
So
weekend.
it's a lot of confusion. We've heard
sure
like
it is.
people being like,
Yeah.
I've talked to GW reps and they say it's supposed to be +1 to wound, but then we have major events that are in tandem with GW ruling it as they don't get it. So we're kind of confused about it right now. I'm personally of the opinion that I think they should get the +1 to wound. I think they should. I think that's totally fine because what you're giving up instead of that is you're not getting access to these really powerful exclusive data sheets that you see in the specific codexes that are coming out. But that's just me. Like stuff like Blood Angels, Sangard, Inner Circle Companions, Deathwing Knights.
Right.
like I'd give up +1 to wound probably just to have access to those.
You're right.
Personally,
I'd give up Sean and +1 to wound to have some sanguinary guard, for sure.
I mean, it kind of makes the whole detachment
Notably,
go,
same-
right?
same-
Like,
it
yeah, but I actually do think because they only have what like 2 exclusive units really, like Shrike and Sean.
He looks so cool.
And he looks cool,
I've never.
but
Sean looks
But
badass.
what I'm saying
Yeah.
is that
Probably
because they
looks the
only have
same.
2 exclusive units, they don't really have a whole codex supplement, like a whole.
Exactly.
But like Black Temples have a codex,
Yeah.
so I think they should have the +1 to wound,
But
because they don't have all the other abilities that like a Black Templar codex would give you, or Dark Angels codex would give you.
Exactly. And Black
So-
Templars
That's the
doesn't even
idea,
get
yeah.
Oath of Moment. They get a whole new army rule.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the vows. But okay, well then Dark Angels or Blood Angels.
Yeah, they don't get it. I don't think they get.
They don't get +1 to wound.
no, because they have detachments that are like good enough to supplement their own codexes if they want to run them.
and they have enough units to do so. Too.
Exactly. Think of
Yeah.
like Liberator Assault, Wrath of the Rock. Like I guess they're not top meta, but they're still strong detachments that see like good, decent win rates. Right?
Sure they.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the FAQ. I can't find it right now, but there's literally an FAQ that addressed this. But the problem is that the FAQ addressed it before we got the new attachments.
Precisely.
So it literally says what detachments get the better Oath of Moment, and it says these attachments. There's whatever.
And if
6
it's
of
not
them.
listed, then they don't get it.
That is the argument. That's why some tournaments are going with that ruling.
Which
As
is
soon
also
as-
fair.
As soon as that FAQ gets updated, problem is over.
Yeah.
It'll be immediately over. So I'm shocked that the Games Workshop hasn't done it already.
Yeah.
But it is a very easy solve.
I think that Worlds will rule it with +1 to wounds.
I would be surprised if they didn't. I'd be shocked if
I
they
think
didn't.
they will.
I think they will. I think they should. It's pretty fairly obvious that it's intended to be that way. If you don't have your own codex supplement, you get the rule.
Isn't that what Castro said today in the chat?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
Yeah.
I think he have a closer ear to the ground because of his he's Stormlance.
Yeah. Yeah,
he
that's
knows
right.
his Space Marines.
He knows his stuff.
For
He's
sure.
a cast.
yeah, for sure.
Cool. Sweet. Any other? I'm trying to think of any other data slate changes that really shook things up. So World Leaders got good buff. Admech crazy. What else got? Anything that got
Orcs
tuned?
changed positively.
Orcs got a
Orcs,
bunch
yeah,
of
they
changes.
got a
That's
lot.
true. That's true.
Tau got some decent stuff.
Eldar said nothing.
Eldar didn't
Which
need anything.
the
They're
fact
fine.
they just stood still is
Yeah.
wild.
They're fine. Yeah,
That's
they're
and
good.
that's why
wild.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, very, very good point on Riptides. Riptides went from strength like 8 to 10.
To 10, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a huge. That's good
a
though.
Huge. Great
That was
point.
That's
needed.
where it should be.
That was needed.
Yeah.
Bizarre that it wasn't.
I think
Yeah.
triple Riptide now is very viable again.
Yeah, I mean, there was still
Yeah, that's
reasonably
what
good.
it was anyway.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it was good. Now it's actually very
it was
good.
kind
I
of two
am
for a
curious
while.
to see what the Jakari, and by Jakari I mean Skari, does with the Codex.
Mix it up, yeah.
Seeing it on stream when he played at Art of War there for the week, like it still kind of feels the same. Their pain token generation in the Renegade Raiders was absolutely insane. It was like yield points.
Yeah.
Like he would have dice to like say I have 6 pain tokens. And then he'd keep on getting it. He never moved the 6. He just like kept on moving the one that had the one dice that was like a constant. And this one was always, so he always had 6.
Yeah.
And it was funny because he can change pain tokens for CP.
That's right.
And now the Jakari Codex kind of like they all have abilities, and then you use pain tokens to get that ability. So like the Mandrakes were always uppy downy. You have to spend pain tokens to uppy downy. That's right. I'm curious to see what he comes up with. It looks like Raiders are.
Real Space Raiders is the one I think.
But Raiders the
No,
data
like the
sheet.
data
Oh,
sheet.
Raiders the data sheet. Got it.
They split units.
They do like 3 different things.
They do
They're crazy.
3 different
It-
things depending on what they're transporting.
whatever the unit
Yeah,
is. So you
yeah.
can actually like run in the
Super
unit.
cool.
So you run out a unit, run back in another one, and then you can in one game you could probably use all 3 abilities of the
Sure,
its data sheet.
Witches and Raiders are very strong.
6-inch deploy.
They
So
get
good.
they get like an extra 3
that's
inches
right.
of movement
Or
coming out of a Raider.
disembark. 6-inch disembark.
And then
So strong.
Advance and Charge always.
I
Is that
believe
is that them
so.
on them? I can't.
It's
remember which
either
one it
like they just always have that, or a Succubus or Lilith gives that to them.
is. something like that. Yeah, very very easy combo to get.
It's all very strong. Like the book looks good. It looks fun. I think Cabalite Cabal or
Yeah.
the cartel.
Yep,
That's
yep.
a sweet detachment.
The Raider itself gets advantage charge.
No, the witches.
No, the witch is jumping out of it, and then
I
they get
think
an
if I
extra.
remember
They also get
they get a
6-inch
6-inch disembark.
Yeah, from the Raider.
so that's already crazy.
It's very fast. I think the initial reaction was a lot of these abilities were already baked in, and now we're paying pain tokens for them, which is a fair criticism, obviously.
But then there's more pain tokens.
But there should be more. Certainly in Real Space Raid, you just start off with 6, and then I think every detachment gets one in your command phase, and you still get one when you kill stuff, still get one when they battle shock.
Yep.
So if you're playing the game, you're gonna get them.
You start with less, but you gain more a lot easier.
Sure, yes.
And then
I think that's the general
the
idea.
main detachment that you were just talking about, you'll gain an additional 3 for just including like one of each of the three main.
think
like,
it's-
I think it's the
subsets.
hand of the
6.
Archon, isn't it? Is that
No,
Hand of the
it's
Archon doesn't exist anymore.
it's well, no, it is the hand of the Archon. It used to be
yeah.
the cord of the Archon. Now it's the hand of the Archon.
yeah.
Oh no, that's the kill team finally got rules. That's the hand of the Archon.
Okay.
Court of the Archon was the one with like the snake, the weird witch girl,
They were,
and like
almost
the
Oh,
unkillable.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that
got all
that got
legends.
legends.
Yeah, but Hand of the Archon is a real thing in actual 40k. Not,
it is
not,
now.
Not just, yeah.
It is now.
Yeah, it's the new
because it's the kill team that came out like 2 years ago that just
is that
got
what it is?
rules.
It's one for all our fans that we know nothing about this codex.
Dude, we know so much.
Models
obviously.
look cool.
I just think that they, when at first glance and on paper, I don't think they look great. And then you just kind of dig deep into it. It's like one of those codexes that just dig deep and you'll
Yeah.
find something. Same as World Leaders. Like nobody liked it when they first saw. Oh, that's my vantage and all my movement.
That's what
and
you sounded
then-
like. That's what you sounded
And then
like.
you dig deeper. Then Fraser takes the time. He digs deep, and then guess what? They're actually they're top of meta.
And then Frazier
Yeah.
still can't
They're
go
top
5-0
three.
in an event.
I went 6-0 in an event with them.
Yeah, all right, never mind. I love
Wait
you.
a minute.
Hold on. What the hell?
I think that is a fair coverage of the current
Don't
meta.
touch my leg when I'm not flexing it.
Sorry, Frazier. My bad.
I want to give a quick shout out. We keep meaning to do it, and we've been kind of just short on time a few times. We want to shout out the Warhammer 40k Calgary Championships, who's
We have a
explosions
first place
here.
person sitting right around here.
We have our previous season
Not you.
champion
No, it's not me.
Not this guy.
sitting right next to us, Mr. Fraser Perry. He did take down the spring season. Spring season. We're currently almost done the summer season. And holy, look at that. Fraser Perry is in first place. How great.
Oops.
Hey, side, but did you not link your Warhammer account with VCP?
No? Should I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Sorry. You saw that there and you're like,
Yeah.
what a schlub.
You're not pressing that big yellow button that
What
says
is
press me?
We can talk about this later. It's not good content. We are 5 rounds in. Most people have finished their 5th round by this point. And top of the meta right now, like I said, is Mr. Fraser. He did switch from World Leaders to Emperor's Children.
I was on Eldar and I was going to bring World Leaders.
Oh,
But
you did Eldar. That's right.
I was going to bring World
Yennari
Leaders.
last time.
I was going to bring World Leaders, but to be honest, I wanted to play EC because I think they're more fun.
Sure.
And I thought World Leaders would have been like really unfun for me to play and for everybody else.
Gotcha. Totally fair. Very, very noble of you. How very
Right. Events charge everywhere. I can do this. I'm across the board. You fight
Excuse me,
here.
sir.
Do this. Armor contempt.
I'm
my
extremely
demon prince just
noble
come back and give
and
you mortal
humble.
wounds.
Yeah.
But this is not fun
I'm
for
just being
anybody.
nice to you as I punch your
Yeah.
fucking face to the ground. This is me being nice.
They call me benevolent. Is the word I
They
believe
call you
they
something.
use.
I just thought I'd be a little nicer. Just
They
add
call
more
you
rules to me.
I like the way this guy's being quiet right now.
No.
I kid. I have
He's up
nothing
there.
to say.
He's up there. We've got, as of right now, after 5 rounds, so it's a 6-round event. Those who may not be from Calgary, not familiar with the event, we're basically running 2 seasons, a spring-summer season. Top 16, after all of these scores are tabulated over the 2 seasons, goes into a 16-round bracket invitational, single elimination, to find out who is the champion of Calgary, basically. So we're at near the end of the 2nd season. Right now, let's just go over the top 5, I guess. We've got Fraser in first with Mr. Emperor's Children. We've got Mark Passant, also did very, very good in LVO. I think he got top
5-1. Best
5-1,
World Leaders.
Best World Leaders at LVO.
Yeah, shout out that
Shout
guy.
out Mark.
Yeah.
He's in 2nd place right now in the league. We've got Mr. Nigel Halloran with his Adeptus Custodes. Dark horse to, he's definitely going to be in the bracket. I think he'll be in the, I can't remember where he placed last season, but he's for sure going to make the 16, which is awesome. We got this guy named Jake Calmers with Demons.
I don't know who the fuck
Jockey.
that is.
Never
I
heard
don't know who
of
the fuck that is.
Jockey.
Jake the Guo Chomlers.
Jake the 4-up
The
Chalmers.
stinky one himself. Brendan Powell in 5th. I'll just go over the top 10 because it's fun. Brendan Powell in 5th. We've got Anthony Dalai Lama, good friend, also running Emperor's Children, in 6th.
Anthony and David have not played yet. One of them is going to be in 2nd.
Oh, you're right. They are actually 6th and 7th in the moment.
they
at the
draw.
moment. They are playing each other next.
That would
So
be funny.
Hilarious.
Are they playing each other tonight?
they're playing
Right now, as we
tomorrow.
speak.
Right now,
No,
as
it's
we
tomorrow.
speak,
I
they're
think.
That is
playing
tomorrow.
I
tonight?
think they're playing tomorrow. We should all go watch the game. That'd be funny. So those who be familiar with David Corin, our one of our hosts,
I don't
he's
have
playing
5 hours
his
to sit and
World
watch it.
Leaders. We've got Simon Baines on Tyranids, which he is also very good at, in 8th. Mr. Cass in 9th with his Death Guard, and me right behind. Look at that.
10th.
In 10th position.
Can't be a competitive league.
Let's go. Can't be that good, honestly. if that's the top 10, it's trash.
Yeah, and also you forgot to mention Brandon Powell's faction. He's playing Thousand Suns. He has this crazy mass tank spam
Is he playing a weird tank list?
I think that
That's
list is gnarly.
hilarious.
I think that list is really gnarly.
I think so. It's the reroll. It is the Warpforged Cabal. No, he must have changed it. Is Warpforged Cabal the vehicle one?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
that's the reroll hit, wound, and damage if you get
Yep.
good enough
Within the
Yeah,
Psyker.
Brandon is the CEO of just like, you see his list and you're like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like,
And he always does
He's always
good
like
with
the
it.
top two.
I know.
Yeah, he always does good with
crushes
it.
it.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So that's very exciting. We will. So we're going into the final round, and we are going to have what is the championship table. I think it's probably guaranteed to who the champion will be. It'll be one undefeated. It'll be you, and either the winner from Anthony or David, probably.
Yes. Yeah.
Again, you guys have to watch Fraser on stream. We're sorry.
It would be funny to
we will,
see
but we
Tom.
will stream the
Garbage
finale.
Warhammer.
Garbage Warhammer. We kind of do still owe them a match, by the way. We'll figure that out eventually at some point.
Oh, dude, why do you have to bring it up?
I think I want to see David. I
just
want
have
to
to
see
bring
the
it
EC World Leader match. I don't really want to see the EC mirror.
I kind of want to see the EC mirror, honestly.
EC mirror might be
Actually, I
interesting.
don't
Seems
want
like
to.
completely just completely. It's just
super
nonsense.
volatile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just nonsense.
I proposed my 3 Noise Marines to his 2.
I would like
Can I
to see.
change your list?
Yeah.
That's right. We're locked now. I would like to see David just for the fact of like we saw Fraser versus Tony in the last finale. I
Yeah.
just want to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I missed that.
Fuck these guys. So shout out to the league. Shout
Have
out
David
to
do army-wide fight on death and watch Fraser cry.
Yeah, hell yeah. That probably is your worst matchup between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
No shit.
Hard yes.
Yeah.
Oh, if I had to play my world leaders with EC, I would get absolutely
EC's
stomped.
worst matchup: Death Guard, World Leaders.
World Leaders, right.
Everything
Yeah,
else,
yeah.
he's fine.
Honestly, my saving grace is that David changed his list to be better into Jake because he thought Jake was going to go through to the next round.
yeah.
So now Tony and I are better into David. But if David was running like a good world leaders list, we'd look at the matchup and go,
You guys played this round, hey?
Yeah.
We did.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of kicked my shit in.
Well, in fairness, you've kicked his shit in a few times.
hey, let me have my moment.
It's okay. So it was coming back around.
Fraser,
Coming back
we're
around.
only 4 and I'm only 4 and
We got
0
the
yeah,
text-
too
we got
now.
the text right after. Got his ass.
Yeah. I put in the chat, I'm like, I broke the curse.
I'm so proud of
He
you.
rolled only slightly above average this time.
I'm so proud of you.
did so good,
And we went
guys.
for wings afterwards.
Yeah, we did. That was nice.
Aw, cute.
Well, if you ever come play me in Okotoks, we can get all you
I
can eat
should, yeah,
sushi or like wings.
The barbecue place. It was like Big Sky Barbecue or some
Big
shit.
Sky's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I love me some brisket.
Side note, Cass is old and he laughed at me every time I used the word fire to describe something this weekend.
Did you just use fire?
Did I say fire? I don't think I said fire. I
my
think he
God.
said fire.
Okay. As a fellow man of my age, you
I
shouldn't be
can't say
saying that
fire.
stuff.
I want to stay hip and cool with the kids. Our kids' audience out there.
That would be really fire of you to do that.
That would be pretty fire.
That's why I'm here.
Can
I
you
get to relate to the
Jake,
kids.
you are of the youth.
What?
I am, yes.
You are of the youth. Can you give while I'm looking up podcast questions? Can you give us teach the old men a slang term that we might not know?
An appropriate slang term.
Something.
It's fine. We're way past 10 minutes. It can be as inappropriate as you want. Well, you know, whatever. PG-13, I guess.
Something within like the recent context.
Yeah. What's the most recent slang term you learned?
See, that's a hard one for me because I'm not like I don't have social media
Chopped.
at all. Yeah, oh, that's a good
If
one.
somebody's,
I remember I said.
What did you just say?
if somebody's
chopped.
like chopped, it
Yeah.
means they're like ugly.
Chopped is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember I said Cass was cooked, and he asked what that meant. I was like, I know that one.
I was like, what are you saying to me?
What are you saying?
Just,
It means bad. It means bad. Cooked is bad.
I think
but then you say I'm cooking. That means good.
That's,
know-
it's
Yeah.
different than
Cass.
cooked.
That's a very different
cooked and
thing.
cooking. Two
Uncle
different
Cass, do you know what the mog is?
like mogging on somebody.
Ooh, see, that's a good one.
That
This is an
to me
old
sounds
one.
like two different things.
No, that's the mog and mogging is two very different things. So you know
That's
how
exactly
Fraser's
what I just said.
Do you know how Fraser's looking at you right now?
Yeah.
He's mogging you
Like a loser.
What does that mean?
Because
Like
I'm
just
better.
staring at me?
Because I'm better looking.
because
than
he's aura farming you.
I'm aura farming you.
Oh,
right
do you know what aura farming means, Cass?
now. You probably want my autograph.
I know what
He's
I know what
thinking
aura
about it.
farming means, kind of. I think.
Is it means like you're just training?
No, it means
What?
you are.
Shut up.
I'm aura farming real hard right now. I'm just
if,
lifting
you, if
weights.
you have more
This is
aura,
the worst
more-
content.
okay, in old man terms,
Teach
like
Cass words.
in old man terms, having aura is like having like coolness and like
Riz.
social like acceptedness.
So how are you farming cool?
Because I'm making you look less cool, and that's
Enhanced
increasing
cool.
my
That's right.
coolness
How
level.
are you making me look less cool by staring at me?
That can do a lot of things. It's the fact that he just knows that he's more cool than you, therefore he can stare
But
at
I
you.
know that I'm more
Viewers,
cool than
turn
him.
away now. Just go. Turn.
And
Close the video.
my
We're
girlfriend's
done.
watching the show, and she
cooked.
thinks that I'm cooler.
Great. I bet your
Whoa.
mom does too.
Wow. All right. We busted out
My
the
mom made
jokes.
fun of me after
We're
I
moving on.
lost this last
Yeah.
Okay,
event.
gentlemen, settle down, settle down. If this ends up as a YouTube short, the aura farming bit, that's wild. I swear
yeah.
to God.
All right, folks. We asked you questions on our Discord. We have to.
What are you,
move
a
on.
horse?
We have to
Some
move on.
places.
I'm just mogging you.
We've asked you questions
I'm
on our
aura farming
Discord.
your mom.
Get ore
We
farmed.
want to know what your questions are for us. We've lost control here. Our first question, and Fraser, this will be to you because you're the resident World Eaters player, I suppose. We kind of talked about it a little bit. We've certainly been talking about
You
World Eaters
don't
a
beat
lot.
them.
Yes, the question is from Chris. Strategies for dealing with World Eaters. They are the most repped army this past weekend. I believe that was one of the big tournaments. Can't remember which one.
LGT.
Oh, thank you. And are an absolute nightmare to deal with. So how do you deal with World Eaters right now?
I need to stop giving people advice now.
Nope,
to beat
you
world
need to
leaders.
give us advice
I'm gonna
right
go into
now.
next season and have the worst season of my life.
If you can't tell me how to beat you and win, then you're not that good.
Don't put. He's
That.
gaslighting me right now. He's aura farming me.
That was fire.
Yeah, that was fire.
I didn't know you had such a solid jawline, Ben.
I didn't know you
I'll
were.
never say that again.
I didn't know you were a
That's the
Sigma.
last time I said that.
That's a sicko. Go ahead, Fraser.
That's the fucking
The
question.
best way to beat world leaders is, first of all, what you should do into any melee matchup is just measure their movement. So you know exactly where each of their models, what length charge they're going to have on every one of your models after you're done your movement phase.
Sure. Yeah.
That is the easiest thing.
Right.
Against better world leader players, the next step is managing how well they can trade in the early game. Because the goal of the world leaders is to get an early advantage on primary. And to do that, they need to stand on objectives to either get you to come and fight them, which then your unit's in front of them, or they're fighting on death or whatever, or you're not standing on the objective, and then you shoot them and they bleed on it, so they get the primary advantage, or you have to stand on it, so they cannot bleed on it. And the way you do that is when you put out your trash, try and put out your trash in a manner that the world leader player, I know you have to stand on a primary, but try and put out your trash in a manner that the world leader player cannot kill your unit and then simply get back and stand on the objective. So using the 6-inch pile and consolidate, like try it. If there's any way for you to prevent the world leader unit from getting value out of their models by killing killing a unit and standing on a primary, if the world leader player has to just stand on primary and that's all they're doing without killing and going back to there, their army loses efficiency and like trading power fast.
Sure.
So the quicker that you can manage how efficient the early trading can be, a lot of the scoring units, suddenly the scoring has to be done with the expensive units, and World Leaders is still a pretty elite army. And then after that, it's just managing. It's hard with the 6-inch, and again, it's almost impossible if your opponent knows what they're doing with the 6-inch. But manage how close your army is together, especially if you don't have fall back and shoot, because you don't want the World Leader player to be able to kill something and then consolidate into you, and then just like shut your army off.
Yep.
If somebody has a 6-inch and they know how to use it, and they don't make that a short.
You know, and I'll add to that
about
too.
that.
Like
It's
I
bad.
use that to my advantage too. The 6-inch, I didn't want him to go back on the primary, so then he couldn't score it. So what I would do is actually have something within 7,
Yeah,
and then he had to like, oh, I have to actually take your immolator. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
you have to actually take it now, and you're not going to attack it.
yeah,
Or you do, you're attacking with one spawn, like whatever.
yeah.
And now you're off the primary, and then I can just stay here and just try to keep that primary advantage going.
Yeah. But you need to remember that you have to be within 7 inches of like your whole unit, because a good world leader player will stage back there. So like the first spawn's like here. Here's your unit. First spawn's here. Second spawn's here. So this one cannot base. So they will charge here, and this one's not able to base. So it'll stack, still be able to attack. Then this back guy can reach it. So he'll just go back. So it's very easy for the world leader player, unless you're like completely within 6, to be able to control how close they are to the objective.
The
And
unit has to go into engagement range. That's checked before going onto an objective,
no, what I'm
and then it's consolidated by model.
What I'm saying is they'll put themselves in a spot where only one of the models can get base to base. So just make sure that you're within 7 inches of the entire like base of your unit. So there's not like a single point on one of your bases where it's out. So they can just tag there, and the other spawn stacks behind them because they couldn't base to base make the charge and then crawl back.
Right, but they still have to stay coherent though, right? So if it's spawn, it's like one goes here, one can't just go this way. to the objective.
I know. Yeah. What I'm saying is they stack like this in the charge. Here's your unit. They stack like this in the charge. First one makes the charge here. This next one cannot base, so he stacks here.
Yeah, I
right
understand.
up behind his guy.
Yeah.
So just make sure that your 7-inch includes this edge of this unit. So there's not a single spot where the world leader player can take advantage of.
Yeah. Okay, we're saying the same thing.
We need the whiteboard back again.
Yeah, we did for that. Yeah, we're saying the same thing though.
Yeah.
For all my sometimes you like want to keep a unit within 7, and you know that they're winning a charge, so they won't go backwards onto the objective.
Right.
If they're going to be pushing you.
Yeah, there is some.
If they're trying to jail you.
And if they have jackals, then just stay further out of their range because they will absolutely get back on the objective.
Right.
Yeah, they will. Yes. Yeah. You can just go like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy for a long-winded explanation. I just high roll at you and roll 4-ups.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, just to add
Don't cancel me after saying that. I'm allowed to have an opinion.
No,
shut up.
To add one thing to your point, though, just feed world eaters like one thing at a time too. I think that like if you only give them like a set amount of things to chew on to like set them up to a point where they can't deal with you, even if you expect the Forge Fiend shooting, that's still something to definitely just draw them out as more than you need to and just trade material.
It's also hard because good world leader players bring enough trash where if you're only sending out one thing at a
for
time,
sure. Yeah.
they just kill the one
eat
thing
it
with
up.
either shooting and then just like tow an objective.
Well, you don't send out
or
one
just
thing
hit
out.
melee.
Don't send one thing out at a time.
And
You
then
just send out
they
as
win
much
turns
as you
4,
need.
And then
As
if you
much
do
as
that
you
for
need.
like 3 turns, then it's like, oh, now the berserkers have 17 inch move and can get into my
You
deployment
actually need to
zone.
get the early advantage on them and the early material advantage on them.
Understood.
Yeah.
Jake, were you saying you wanted to ask one of the questions?
Oh no, I was curious of like what other questions.
Well, these guys are busy yapping. I
Oh,
can't
no,
get,
of
I
course.
can't get
I
a
can
word in
teach you
edgewise.
Warhammer.
They're just going on.
Thanks, Fraser.
You're welcome.
Next question. Jake was like, next question. I'm like, they're
No, I'm
I
not saying
can't-
next question.
I can't stop these
I ain't
guys.
saying next question.
Question from James D. The question was, will 4-wound models become more common throughout competitive lists since there's a lot of damage 1, 2, and 3 weapons or D3 or D6 weapons? I think that's I don't know if that's a recent data slate change.
Perhaps. Not a lot of
There's not a lot
armies
of-
in the game have
I was
access
going to say,
to
there's not a lot of
4-wound
4-wound models out there. It's like,
Both
what?
your armies do.
Yeah.
Deathwing Knights.
Yeah, mine do.
Deathwing Knights are 4 wounds, right? Yeah, 4 wounds and -1 damage. So that's super tough profile for anybody.
Death Shroud.
Death Shrouder, 4 wounds.
4 wounds is only problematic when they also have access to -1 damage, or else like 2 damage weapons, just chew through them like just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a weird diversity in my army because my list right now brings a lot of 3-wound bodies and a lot of 4-wound bodies.
Blood crushers are such an annoying profile.
Yeah, they are. They're T7 with a 3-up save, 5-up invul, and 4 wounds
The
a base.
best profile to beat them is 622.
Yeah, 100%. If you show me any
No,
saves
actually-
at -2/2, you will pick the whole unit.
Actually, the best profile to beat them is 14-2-4.
Nice.
Yeah, what is that profile?
Mauler Fiend.
Where is that?
Mauler Fiend attack.
That's not Mauler Fiend.
No, it's not. no, that's just exactly what kills
That's
a blood
exactly what
crusher
kills a blood crusher,
and needs 2s.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's an
Mauler
interesting
Fiend's
question.
like 15
like 4-wound models
to
probably
D6
won't
one.
become more common only because there's not a lot of them. That would be good for sure, but I don't think there's a lot of them.
There's a
out
lot of
there.
damage 3 where the efficiency just sucks
Yeah.
in at that.
That's all I've been bringing in.
Like
Knights is
to
damage 3
second that
everywhere.
point, I think that there isn't going to be more 4-wound models, but I think there might be less 3-wound models for the sake of more like just shit in general.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
like I think it might be worth giving up like maybe a Terminator unit or something like that with like Storm Shields or like a unit of Blightlord Terminators or something like that because they're 3 wounds a base, right? So to that end, like just giving up that for the sake of having more stuff to do that'll get you more value about what that unit would have actually done anyways. Like because 3 damage is so efficient, right?
I
Yeah,
find
tons of
I,
3
I find enjoyment thinking that there's a, because I don't like GSC, there's a GSC play out there that's like trying to scramble together the right list for Worlds. They're going to pull up to Worlds and everybody's going to be prepared for Recon Guard. And they're just going to have the worst event of their lives.
Yeah, that's true.
I was going to say, speaking of GSC, aberrants are not. Are aberrants 4 wounds each?
I thought they're 2 or base.
They're 3.
Are they 3? Yeah, they're 3, right?
They get a feel no pain, right?
The other question was that James
5 up.
had was, how do you deal with high toughness, high wound count models? Sometimes they even have an invuln or a feel no pain. Jake, what's the answer there?
I can answer that.
How do we
for
deal with
sure.
those things?
How do you deal with my army? So my
Yeah.
army has
We asked
3
Fraser, in fairness.
Yeah, no, it's totally fair. My army has 3 Greater Demons, 2 of which have a 6 of Feel No Pain and a 4-up invul. One of them has a 4-up Feel No Pain at all times. All 3 of them are
Crazy.
effectively.
The fact that still exists
Yeah,
is
it's-
insane.
I think it's fine that it exists. I think it should be way more points.
course you do.
Sure. Yeah.
I think it should be
How
way
much
more
does it
points.
cost with
So
the enhancement?
it 250 per Guo body, even Rodigus, and the enhancement is 45 points.
45 to double the wounds.
Yeah, I think that
Under 300 points.
Guo should be 270 each, and Rodigus should be 280. The enhancement is fine. I think the enhancement is okay.
crazy,
It's just
but
like the one thing in my army that makes it like playable. That's my argument at least. It's annoying to deal with, sure.
How many wounds is Canis?
26.
For a 52 wound Canis, would you pay 45 more
I would
points?
take that goal with 4 up feeling pain all day.
There you go.
Without a doubt.
There you go. So, point being is that I run definitely a good chunk of my list being full stat check with the ability to push you off of me after if you don't kill me.
How do people
Right.
deal with it?
Kill the Guo without the feel no pain and Rodigus.
Yes. Always go, if you see a thing with a feel no pain and an invul, and it is a big thing that is going to be, that doesn't have a lot of OC, usually, ignore it. Unless it is going to chew through your entire army in one turn, or you don't have the ability to move block it, understand what it can do. Guos do not shoot well.
Yeah.
They fight okay,
Yeah.
and they just shit on objectives, but they only have OC5.
Did you say shit? Or sit?
They shit on
They
his
shit on objectives
Very
for the
Nurgle-esque to
entire
shit on
game.
the
They
objective,
shit on
though.
objectives for the entire game. Point being, if you understand what a Guo can do, if you move block it, if you tie it up, if you put it into anything that it can't just chew through without help,
Yeah.
and you make sure it can't get that help easily, useless for the entire game.
Right.
The actual like manual for like beating Jake.
Yes.
Is-
You shouldn't be telling us this, first of all, but yeah, go ahead.
We called our game on turn 3.
After like 5 different tries to get there.
Yeah, go on, Fraser.
We got there.
Yeah,
We
go
got
off,
there.
Fraser.
So,
Go off.
So, demons have almost no shooting, except for
Correct.
the flamers. There's almost no shooting.
Right.
Yep.
So I went first. It's kind of the same if he goes for. Each have to deploy aggressively because you're not going to get shot. And because I went first, I staged my entire army just outside of like where he could get into me, and I waited for him to get on objectives. And the second that the 4-up field no pain stood right in front of me, the Rodigus was just behind it, and the other Guo was in the middle. And the second that he moved it up, I put 1,000 points of my army into Rodigus and 1,000 points of my army into the other Guo.
other one, yeah.
And then the Blood Crushers came down and they're like, "Where is everybody?" And then the Blood Crushers, like they do a lot of damage, but it's just not enough to deal with like everything. Like the danger comes from going into a Guo and bouncing.
Yeah.
So if you
Right,
can.
right, right.
Because you're so used to hiding in like matchups from like playing like shooty armies,
Just don't
you
hide.
don't need to put yourself in
Yes.
the best position possible
Sure.
to reach the Guos. And if you can do that on a turn before where the Crushers are able to come down and punish you for being too far up and out of position, it is like perfect.
Cool.
And a little icing on the cake was he put a Beast of Nurgle too far out in the first turn. I just stuck out the nose of my Rhino and just domed it with Noise Marines. Yeah,
Okay, Fraser, that's an excellent masterclass of how to be my list.
but then he rolls 4s and then you
Yeah,
go,
there you go.
But
oh wow,
no,
that didn't
But
work.
okay, to answer the actual,
Yeah.
to answer the question like definitively,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
of how you deal with invols and feel no
Just
pains
don't
on
deal
big
with them?
stuff. No, it depends. Like if you look at like Catan, you have to deal with them. If you look at like even old knights, even if there's equivalents now, you have to deal with them, right? Volume is the simple answer.
Sure.
I think out of phase things every single time. If you can just deal mortals from a grenade, anything on the charge, like you mentioned like how good, easy it was to deal with my Guos with just putting 1,100 points into them. The 6 mortals you're able to show me with a Demon Prince charge plus a grenade.
Yeah, it changes
That's
everything.
crazy good, right? Like that takes down half of my stuff because I rely on my toughness so much. Most of these units do for sure.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the best tech for big stuff is to bring really, really big units. And then you just put your head down and start rolling dice.
Yep.
And then after you're done all your attacks, if it's not dead yet, just keep rolling more dice as if you have more profiles and activations to go, and your opponent can't tell. So you just keep going until
Just
it
keep rolling
dies.
dice. Never stop
Oh,
rolling
this is
dice.
that grenade.
Oh, that was
the,
just the first
shoulder
volley.
grenade that's on this guy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's very matchup dependent, but I think the biggest mistake you make with them is either paying them too much attention,
Yeah.
or if you have to deal with them, which sometimes you just do because you're forced to, or they'll kill your whole army if you don't. Putting stuff with like big profiles, like railguns, melta-guns, unless you're a fire dragon unit, shit like that, I think is a mistake because they're the only things in your army that'll deal damage to them, but like they could just show you an invul and like just completely negate that. I think there's a lot more value in like just chucking all your shit into them. Volume will chew through an invul every day of the week, right? Like I've had intercessor squads deal way more damage with their double shoot to a Great Unclean one than I have with like the full like Melta Eradicator squad. But that's just because they show me fewer shots and I can make more invuls.
Well, because they don't have an armor save, they should have an invul.
Yeah.
So it's like even like a full Noise Marine squad shooting, if it does like 4 wounds, that helps a lot.
That's really good. You just need to chip them down with the shit that doesn't matter as much.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
And if you can kill them before you have to screen the Blood Crushers, as I said,
Yeah.
Mint.
You're laughing.
How to beat my list.
How to beat their
But
list.
there's a lot more than
Nobody knows
just
how to
mine.
beat
Yeah,
our list,
yeah.
Cass. We're
There's a lot.
fine for next time.
And obviously, there's a lot more
We'll
nuance.
keep our secrets. How to beat knights, no one knows.
And it's all fun and games till he uppy downies the endless gift in the first turn, and then charges you with it, and you're like, where the hell did that blanches go?
Sweet.
All right.
That is our questions, and we're getting up on time. So, is there anything else that we missed? You guys think about the current meta? Like everybody's
think that's
happy
pretty
where
good.
you're at?
I think it's in a very healthy state right now.
I think it's great.
I think it is.
So diverse.
I'm really excited to see after the Drakari Codex comes out and we give it like a month and then we get we give it till Worlds, we get our next data slate, and I think the game for like the remainder of its duration for 10th edition at least, like the next 7-8 months probably, it's going to be in an awesome state because everybody's going to have their codex. We're going to have some like quote unquote balanced rules, right? Like we might even get another Grodmus, right?
That'd be cool.
I think we are.
I think we are.
They said they were going to.
They say they're going to do it again.
And they announced it last year at Worlds. So at Worlds is a big GW event, so you're going to get a lot
right.
of like early insider stuff there too.
Yeah.
Sick.
So lots of really exciting stuff. Yeah, I think it's a great time to play 40k right now.
It's a great time to
very
be in
exciting.
Alberta too for 40k.
Great time. Oh, yeah.
stepping up
100%.
locally. Like I'm like the standard, and everybody's like super informative, and like a lot of the top guys will also help a lot of people
Of course.
as
always.
well. And it seems to like really even the standard from where we were like 2 years ago. Holy crap!
Yeah.
and like it's
Agreed.
everybody still wants, and there's
I
all
started playing 40k, and the whole thing just got better.
Yeah,
Clearly,
exactly. And,
obviously.
and like every event, it seems like there's a new name, a new guy that's like
It's true.
that you see, and you're like, oh wow, like yeah,
Stepping it up.
It's exciting. So I'm excited to do more interprovincially.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep on top of it with Team Alberta, whatever the team
Yeah.
name eventually looks like.
As it grows and
Yeah, we'll make sure everybody keeps
Yeah,
informed. And
we'll try to inform as many people as possible. The application period will likely start in November.
yeah,
Cool.
afterwards.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterwards, yeah, makes sense. Just get out of the way
sure.
and end the season, so to speak,
Yep.
and figure it out from there.
Yeah, and I'm sure that all of us would be happy to help. Like, just get better at your game, understanding.
I
No,
won't.
Always,
Fraser's no
aside
coaching.
from Fraser, always get in the comments. If you guys have questions, comments.
Don't
we
ask me any
forgot
questions.
something. If you want to critique
Just
our
gonna
lore,
troll you and aura farm you.
Or farm the shit out of you
yeah,
if you
be
ask me
careful.
questions.
Fraser might aura farm you a little
Jackals
bit.
and rhinos, Fraser.
I'm
Yeah,
actually, if you need tips on how to beat world leaders, let me know because I need the win rate to stay low because I'm feeling good
Yeah,
right
keep it
now.
nice and
Yeah.
mediocre.
I gotta stop pushing up the sisters one
I'll
night.
just say, if
know.
anybody wants help with demons, like this, nobody plays this faction. I'm happy
That's
to
right.
answer
Nobody
anything.
wants help
just
with
Jake.
games.
I'm happy
We're
with
good.
anything. I
We're
play
good.
this faction
He just
religiously.
he just creates new YouTube accounts to ask himself questions in the comments.
Yeah, it's all delusion.
Hey, cool man, Jake.
Despite Fraser mocking you, Jake, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I really
Thank you for
appreciate it.
joining us. Cass, you got any closing words for the couch over there for anybody
That was
else?
funny.
You're good.
No, well, hey, if you guys do, we also have, just make sure we're checking up, put the notification bell because we are going to have a live stream of the finals for
That's
the
right.
Calgary Championship League.
That's right.
Coming up. That'll be pretty cool. We have some awesome sponsors like Fitness Workshop. They have an online store. They're based out of Quebec. They're awesome. They have stock everything. They sell you paint. They sell models. They do AOS. They do 40K. They're wicked guys too. Met them
Get down
a few
it-
times at the big events and
Oh yeah, they run the
had a few beers, went out for dinner. They're great guys.
Yeah.
And also Bear to Dice. If you're looking at change up your dice, put some themes to your dice. We do have a discount code too in the description.
Blood Dice 5,
Sure
Blood
is.
Dice 5. Yeah.
something like that.
Blood Dice 5, yeah.
Get in the description. Blood Dice 5 code. Get your discount.
And if you are doing it, try to team up with some people too, because the shipping can be a lot. So if you just get a few buddies to grab a bunch of them.
I
It's
think
free shipping once you're above.
if it's your first, over a certain amount, or
Yeah.
I think it's if you're first, they also do free shipping. There's like
I know I've paired up with like 5 guys at once when we were ordering it.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Five guys, burgers,
Five guys,
Five guys,
burgers.
burgers and fries.
Oh, burgers.
Thank you everyone for joining us on Bloodbath Tactics. I've been Ben. That's been Cass. That's been Jake. That's been Fraser.
I think so.
Never forget to get in the comments, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, punch it in the face so you never miss an episode of Bloodbath Tactics. Hit the like button. See you later, guys.
See you guys.
Peace
Catch you
out.
later.